Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Saul van Grennen, aka Mr. VG, and this is one of my favorite methods in mathematics. Now, on our platform, there's also another lady by the name of Natasha Barton who did amazing work with factorizing and all of that. But I wanted to share this video with you on how to factorize trinomials. Because what I have found is a lot of trinomials that people factorize are either with very long methods or by methods that they kind of guess and hope and pray for the best. Now, trinomials are so important that you cannot just hope and pray for the best, because grade 10, 11, 12, this will be applied in almost all of the chapters in mathematics. So let's start by how would you factorize these three sums? Go and try it yourself first, and let's see whether you have the right answer. Now, this method, ladies and gentlemen, I did not invent at all. This method I saw from a teacher in Pretoria about 20 years ago. I feel very old when I say that. But this method, well, not 20, sorry, about 18 years ago, I saw this method. And this method is reliant on this little table. So let me take it step by step. First of all, it is a trinomial because I've got an x squared, an x, and a number. Then I'm going to draw up this little table like that. My x squared is going to come first on the left. Then my minus 10 or my negative 10 is going to come second. And the plus 3x is going to be written there at the end. Okay? Then on the left-hand side, I'm going to multiply. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to add. Now, the right-hand side is like a test. And that is why I love this method, because it tests. There's a test built into this method. And if you've got that test, man, life is going to be easy. If I look on the left-hand side, I'm going to start by asking myself, I want to get to x squared. So what times what gives me x squared? X multiplied by x. Next up, what times what is going to give me that negative? A negative multiplied by a positive. Well, you can switch them around. That's your choice. But let's stick with it like is now. Then we get to 10. And I want to ask you, what times what gives me 10? Let's write out the factor pairs. I've got 10 times 1, 5 times 2. And let me just quickly back up a little bit. I went a bit too fast there. I've got now two choices. I can either go 10 times 1 or I can go 5 times 2. A little bit of it, sneaky is always pick the ones closest to one another. So I'm going to choose to say 5 times by 2. Is it the right way around? Well, I don't know at the moment. Let's do our test. Now for this, you have to cross multiply. So I'm going to take that x and I'm going to times it by 2. And what do I get? I get 2x. Next up, I'm going to take the x and multiply it by negative 5. And x times by negative 5 is negative 5x. Now here comes the trick. On the right-hand side, does adding those two together give me positive 3x? Well, negative 5x plus 2x gives me negative 3x. So no, it doesn't add up to 3x. So what am I to do? Let me give you a tip. This tip will help you in grade 10. I'm going to swap the signs around. So I'm going to make it plus 5x or positive 5x and negative 2. Which means on the right-hand side, x times by negative 2 or x times by positive 5 first gives me 5x, and x times by negative 2 gives me negative 2x. If I add those up, does it give me 3? Yes, it does. So therefore, and here's the beautiful thing, that x plus 5 and x minus 2 are my two brackets. Bit of something to get used to, but let's look at the second one. Try it yourself using this method, and then we'll take it further. First of all, I'm going to write the x squared and the negative 12 on the left, and I'm going to put the negative x on the right. Remember to take that sign with it, okay? What times what gives me x squared? Well, x times x. What times what gives me a negative? Again, now I'm again saying a negative times by a positive. What are the factor pairs of 12? Well, 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 4 and 3. What's the first one I'm going to try? I'm going to try 4 and 3. Let's put it into my table, 4 times 3. Remember now, cross multiply. X times by 3, 3x. X times by negative 4, negative 4x. If I add them up, does it give me negative x? Yes! So what are my two brackets? X minus 4 and x plus 3. As simple and as easy as that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try that last one yourself, and let's see whether you can do it. I'm going to start putting that x squared and the plus 20 on the left, and I'm taking that plus 12x to the right. X times x gives me x squared. I'm going to try a plus times by a plus 2 gives me a positive. And then I'm going to look at the factor pairs of 20. I've got 20 and 1, 10 and 2, and 5 and 4. Now, usually you would go for 5 and 4. But here's a sneaky trick. I love all of these tricks. Why don't I go 10 and 2? Because that gets me to 12 if I add them up. Oh my hat! There's another lucky trick. See, if you've got many to choose from, start with the one closest. But if you start seeing them, 10 and 2, add together gives me 12. I'm going to try 10 and 2. Remember that now you've got a test. So I've cross multiply. X times by plus 2 gives me 2x. X times by 10 gives me 10x. Adding them up gives me 12x. So yes, my two brackets are x plus 10 and x plus 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome! And so simple if you start seeing it. It even works when there's something in front of your x squared. Ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this video. In our next video, we're going to do some mixed factorization. So we practice our factorization. Have a beautiful and amazing rest of your day. Keep well. Cheers.